to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry for Thomas Rawls. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Throwing now is Gino. Caught left side, Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down, this is Rawls. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Smith. Allen's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On the run, this is Jackson. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Green, 39!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right?
Now,
Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They pitch it out to Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
To throw on second down is Smith. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Smith. Dancing to his left. And this is caught by Jackson. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll hand to Rawls. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Smith. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw them.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run it with Johnson, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson taking it in, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long way for you.
Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. He's airing it out for Williams. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And now running right through it. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Smith looking to throw on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a third and long. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's third and long. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's airing it out for Williams. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Beasley now to return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Denzel Perryman in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Corey Legion, he's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Smith on 3rd down. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Flushed out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Rawls. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Smith now to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams from 4 yards out. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Sturgis for the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for the Browns. 47 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second down, Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll drop the throw, and he'll find QT on the right side complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the threat. And a loose football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Smith now on second down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he stays up. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
To throw on 3rd down. Smith. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at him. each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Beasley. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got an open man. It's QT. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Under. Z. Ready. Z. Flag 32. Z.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Flush to his right. Got some room at the 30. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, Smith steps away to his left. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, Smith. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Third and long, it's Smith. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10, Smith again. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. To the air again, Smith. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns' field goal. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation to maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Southern California, so long, everybody.
checking to go. I'm gone.